me again. We're doing the unboxing of the Speedway Motors wiring harness. This is an old box. I've had this for like 7 years, so they don't come like this anymore. They're white. Part number on the one that we're using is 910-64027. It's the 20 circuit, somewhat universal setup. I believe they are kind of made for GM, but for the most part, they're pretty universal. This is what's in the box. It's fairly straightforward, even though it looks super complicated. They put everything together in one harness each time. So, you know, one harness is for the rear, one harness is for the engine compartment, one harness is for ignition, one harness is for accessory. You won't use those unless you want to. Some of them are for power windows and locks and everything. So those you can just leave on here, zip tie them up underneath the dash. It comes with a fully wired, ready to roll fuse panel. Comes with fuses, connectors, relays, switches, and then it does have the alternator and starter ground wiring setup. The new setups come with a lot better instructions than the old ones. They do have all the color coded. It tells you which ones are going where, and there's like 3 different pages, so it's pretty all-inclusive.
All right, so we're gonna get started on doing a little bit more to the wiring today. I'm gonna do a little bit more run around pointing out what we did yesterday before we get going. So stay tuned, guys. Okay, guys, so what we're doing is we're taking where I would call it like a distributor block, where the wiring kind of just plugged into the engine harness and everything for out here. We're gonna use that hole and run our wiring out. And then over here we got headlights, turn signals, everything over here. And then we got some more turn signals and running lights over there. And then you come around to the car. And as you can see in here, what we got going on is we're starting to run the ignition relay and the light relay switch. And what we're doing is for ease of accessibility, since I'm not a little guy, is I'm actually moving the fuse box and the Terminator X. I'm gonna put them in the glove box, or at least we're gonna attempt to do that. You can see it right there. I'm gonna have to get a panel made so that they're sticking up to where we can see them, but I really think that's gonna work out as a good spot, just because I can drop the glove box and get access to it. You can see right here where we got the rear harness running back. We're just gonna be, right now today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on getting start actually wiring and plugging things in and configuring where we're going with them. So there's gonna be quite a few time lapse because I don't think y'all wanna listen to us just BS while we're doing this. But stay tuned.
If you do, put it in the comments.
Yeah, that's true. Comment if you wanna listen to us just talk about absolutely nothing but what we think is cool and not cool. So comment below, let me know. All right, talk to you guys in a minute. Okay guys, so what we're doing, the GoPro died, so sorry about that. But we're gonna shoot plenty of updates and everything else as we're going. We were gonna go through that hole right there, but then we kind of had an epiphany and found that guy that we're not gonna be using anymore. So we ran through there, got the wires running down here. We're gonna go back and loom them. Then we're gonna go through here down to the fender, so it's just all nice and hidden, because there's, nope, not even looking at it, sorry guys. So eventually there's gonna be an air box right here. So the wires are gonna go in underneath it, straight through here, and we'll put a grommet in there to keep the wires from rubbing on that fender. And then we've got the wires ran along the hood support and cowling, so that it all goes to each headlights, marker lights, and turn signals. And then we just got a few wires sticking out for a couple of miscellaneous items. So I mean, it's coming along. We're getting there slowly but surely. It's definitely not my thing. Chris is a lifesaver. So Chris, how you feeling about it so far, buddy?
I think we're doing good. We're making some time, and it's not such a bad project whenever everything's marked. These wires are marked every like foot, so it's pretty simple. Even if you get like halfway through the fender and you're like, crap, what is this? This one's marked electric fan. They're all marked left turn, right turn, headlight. Pretty simple.
So there you have it. All right, we're gonna start trying to go through some other stuff now. All right, guys, we got engine bay lights ran, interior light wires. We got a lot of work still to do there. But then we got the rear lights ran as well. What we're gonna have to do with this interior is eventually we're gonna have to get a new column. Move this out, sorry I'm holding it for once. We're gonna have to get a new column and then figure out where to go from there. I need to get my blank that I'm putting my gauges in so we can put the headlight switch in and some other lights that we're gonna have to run for that. And then after that, it's mostly just tucking, looming, and getting everything just hooked up, light sockets on and whatnot. And I mean, I know I'm making it sound really easy because I don't know how hard it is, but I know it's gonna kick my ass. So stay tuned for like part 75 of wiring videos, because that's probably how long it's gonna take me to do it. So Chris, how you feeling about it?
And we got stuff ran, we got it kind of put where you want it. Things are pretty well concealed. Once you get your loom down there and get everything kind of situated, I think it's going to look really good. All the instructions make it come together a lot easier than it would if you were trying to wire something that was already there. Honestly, if you're doing a hot rod build, it's almost easier to just yank everything out, order a Speedway kit or a painless kit if you want it to fit exactly like factory. If you want to wire it yourself, the Speedway kit saves you like $700. That's the way to go.
Saves a lot of money, lets you learn a new thing you never knew you wanted to learn, like wiring. So that's kind of where we're at. This is part 2 of wiring. I'm probably going to take a couple days off from the garage, and then I'm going to start trying to loom some of the stuff that we know is pretty set on where it's going to be. Just so we can start getting that part done, I'm going to start tracking down sockets for the lights, and then some connectors to start hooking everything up and getting it all going from there. And so just stay tuned. And once I get that stuff built up, then we're going to come back and Chris is going to show me how to do it myself. And he's going to laugh his ass off the entire time I'm trying to do it. So that's where we're at. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good night.